For the fourth time in 2.5 months, an American warship opened fire in the Persian Gulf today. The Pentagon said the U.S. frigate Carr was escorting an American cargo ship when a small boat approached, not far from an island Iran has used as a base for hit-and-run attacks. The Carr fired warning shots, then opened up with its .50 caliber machine guns, and the attack boat turned back. It was not known if it was hit. No Americans were hurt. A spokesman for President Reagan attempted to play down the whole incident, calling it, and I quote, a warning situation. A recent shooting incident in the Gulf turned up evidence that Iran has gotten hold of some more U.S. military hardware, this time some of the best Stinger anti-aircraft missiles. Reportedly, the Iranians got these missiles from U.S.-backed Muslim rebels in neighboring Afghanistan. But exactly how they got them is not clear. Tom Fenton has been working the story.
These Afghan resistance fighters admitted to CBS News that some of the Stinger missiles they received from the U.S. ended up in the hands of the Iranians. It happened 5 months ago along the Afghan-Iranian border.
The Iran army they captured our convoy.
Din Mohammed, their deputy leader, said his group was ambushed by Iranians who confiscated their equipment, including a number of Stinger missiles. Stinger batteries and packing material like this were recently found by the U.S. Navy in the Gulf, on board Iranian Revolutionary Guard boats that fired on a U.S. helicopter. These Afghan fighters now have more American Stingers, and there are doubts about their story. A Pakistani newspaper says the ambush was staged, and the Iranians paid the Afghans $1 million for up to 20 of the highly accurate shoulder-fired missiles. The Afghans deny receiving any money, but in the Pakistani arms bazaars along the Afghan border, there are persistent reports that Iranian agents are trying to buy the missiles. The Iranians claim they have now acquired many more Stingers and are ready to use them against American forces in the Gulf. There was a debate about the wisdom of giving such sophisticated weapons to the Afghan resistance when the U.S. began the secret program a year ago. Up to 1,000 have already been delivered and have proved to be highly effective against the Soviets. Soviet planes in Afghanistan are now forced to fly above 10,000 feet. In this instance, they flew so high their bombs missed the targets by more than a mile. The irony is that the Stingers could end up being just as effective in the hands of the Iranians. Tom Fenton, CBS News, London.
And still to come on tonight's CBS Evening News, reports from correspondent Rita Braver about the gathering conflict of interest storm around President Reagan's new Supreme Court nominee, Susan Spencer on the advertising of drugs only your doctor can give you, and from Frank Courier in Hinckley, Illinois, where a jack-o'-lantern came crashing through the kitchen ceiling.